This is Anaïs, and we're gonna sing a lullaby for Covers on the Covers. It's gonna be lovely. This is called Jonna Dreams. She just taught it to me. How did you hear it?
I learned it as a little kid, and now I sing it to my little kid who's sleeping in the next room.
We were gonna sing it in the next room since it's a lullaby and she's sleeping, but we were afraid to wake her up with the lullaby. So here you go. When midnight sings, good people homeward tread. Seek now your blanket and your feather bed. Home is the rover, his journey over. You left the nighttime to old John Dreams. You left the nighttime to old John Dreams. Across the hill, the sun has gone astray. Tomorrow's cares are many dreams away. The stars are flying, your candle dying. You left the darkness to old John Dreams. You left the darkness to old John Dreams. Both man and master in the night are one. All things are equal when the day is done. The prince and plowman, the slave and free man, all find their comfort with old John Dreams. All find their comfort with old John Dreams. Now as you sleep, dreams come winging clear. The hawks of morning cannot harm you here. Sleep is your river, flow on forever, and for your boatman choose old John Dreams. And for your boatman choose old John Dreams. Thank you. Yeah, that's the one.
Got it.
Yeah, got it. 3, 4. I drove away far from the lake, and I found the farmer's daughter, and we could have been sisters if I were humble. Clothes muddy red-cheeked and reticent. I looked around and I wished that I could stay and cover my head. I'd keep the fire going. I would tuck the kids all into bed. 'Cause I know all the hymns, say my prayers and close my eyes to wake at dawn and do it all over again. So half undressed, I asked if I could stay and help milk the cows. Well, Annie looked away and she said, just come back in an hour. Asking for more, we ask for more. Well, you don't have to yet because we're going to say something first. Okay. Hey, hi, happy Saturday.
Hi.
Trippy, right? You just saw us on the very same piano bench 2.5 years ago? I don't remember. Hey, hi, my name is Rachel.
I'm Siri.
We're so happy to be here with you today. I forget where to look for the camera there. Oh my gosh, Steve, Ricky, Hillary, Bridget, hello. Dear Frag. So nice to see all y'all showing up. Emma, Angela. So you probably all know what is happening. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm taking 7 weeks to sing through my entire catalog because it's a pandemic and like you think about your life and all that. And we're to week 3, which brings us to the country EP and the Laurel Lake EP. And so we are going to, hi Claudia. We are going to, we're going to kick things off by playing starting off with a couple songs from the country EP that Anaïs Mitchell and I released in 2008. Siri is not Anaïs, but she is glorious, just as. And we're gonna call up Anaïs. We're gonna Skype her in after a couple songs. So that's happening. Hi, Daniel, Chris, Phil, Susie. Hello, Susie. You are so stalwart. Okay, we're gonna play "Oh My Star." La 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 la. Okay. Oops. Do 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 do. Oh, unmute 7th channel. Good? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Psych. 1, 2. Brian dreamed about your dad last night.
Cool.
Oh, my star, don't fail me now that I have followed you from town to town. What are you rushing towards? I can't keep up with you no more. I can't catch you and I can't slow down, but I can't catch you. Oh, my star, don't fail me now. Oh, my heart, don't fail me now that I have carried you from town to town. Why are you so heavy for? I can't hold you anymore. I can't hold you and I can't put you down, but I can't hold you. Oh, my heart, don't fail me. I know where my satisfaction lies. There you go. That's track 1 off of the country EP. A absolutely impeccable song written by Anaïs Mitchell, the master, the mistress, the maestro, we're gonna sing the next song, Lewis. Yes. Shirley, so nice to see you. I love you, Shirley. It's really nice to see you. Feel you. We're gonna play a strange song for you, track 2 off of the country EP. So Anaïs and I are gonna talk about the EP a little bit after this next song. But basically, we had some orphans. We had some orphan songs, and here was one of my orphan songs. This one is called MGD. A couple days ago, Siri asked me what MGD stood for, and I was like, for real?
I didn't know.
For real? MGD, dude. Miller Genuine Draft. Like, of course. So this is a song. To those of you who've been coming in the prior weeks, this is the first Paul song. So we're going way back. I wrote this one in South Dakota at the kitchen table. I turned to speak, but you were gone, capped up in a spiral song, curling through on into blue, just leaving me to wonder whatever happened to his old guitar left out in your mom's backyard. Well, I never knew a stranger tune. Come speak if you'll surrender to this lazy little girl. You know I am just a thinking how you done me wrong before you have. To this lazy little girl, you know I am just thinking how you done me wrong before you have. Always thinking how you done me wrong before you have. Ever gotten back to what you lost junior year, the first hard frost, when you learned to smoke and sympathize with girls too much your senior? In the mornings, I'm colder now. Did you want to know any of this anyhow? Well, I suppose not, and I suppose that's all. Come speak if you'll surrender to this crazy little girl. You know I am just wishing on the moon that's getting to the head of this crazy little girl. You know I am just a wishing on the moon that's getting to the head. Always wishing on the moon that's gotten to my head. Well, MGD and Mountain Dew is all I can do. Your cigarettes and your goddamn tennis shoes, your buttoned up filled me up with a taste for you, a taste for you, a taste for you. And so I'll raise you love and I'll let it go at this frayed edges and the pages bent. There you go. Yeah. Oh, I want to say that the very ending of that song, as I have been relearning all these old songs, remembering what inspired them, and that particular song at the very end, frayed edges and the pages bent. The book in question, the book that had been borrowed and frayed and dog-eared, was The Corrections by Jonathan Franzen, if I remember correctly.
Whoa, what a book.
Yeah, that was the book of the hour. the book of the moment. Hey, Matt, haven't seen you in forever. Nice to see you here. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna bring in Anaïs now and have a little chit chat about the country EP. So I'm gonna give her a ring here. Anaïs needs no introduction, so I won't even try. I'm just gonna try to very gracefully call her right now, and hopefully I remember what I'm doing. Anaïs? Da 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 da. Anaïs. Yeah, okay. Can totally hear you. It's things are very blurry right now, but that's okay.
Very
It's
strange.
like you've gone to the light, but don't.
Maybe
Stay
there's some
here.
kind of jam on my camera.
Jam.
Just wiping
That's
it.
funny.
Can people hear me? This is very strange.
We
Oh
can
wait,
totally
I
hear you.
can see you. Oh,
When you
this is
said-
this-
Oh wow.
We can see you.
Oh
It's
my
like you're in a
gosh.
cloud.
You might
You guys-
do you have
Oh,
like
wait.
literally marmalade on your phone?
Yeah, I totally do. Oh, that's better. That's better, right?
We had to
Hold on.
What
Hold on.
are you talking through? Yep. Like a true mom.
Okay.
Just like lick it. Like
Yep.
and fix it.
I actually the baby kind of had a hold of the phone
Yeah.
this morning and probably just put it in her mouth with some whatever she had in her mouth.
Perfect.
Is this working? Is this gonna work for us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we are.
Guys, that was beautiful. I listened
Thanks.
to those songs. So beautiful to hear.
Yeah.
And gosh, MGD, I haven't heard that in so long. And those
you
words
and me
were so
both.
beautiful.
I remember writing that song and trying to turn it into one entire run-on sentence, and I succeeded for the first half of the song, and then I was like, you know what, whatever, I'll behave now.
It feels like a run-on sentence, though.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
meant to. I just kind of wanted every phrase to kind of spill into the next one and kind of lose its prior meaning and become the next thing, kind of.
Yes. Frayed edges and the pages bent was always very mysterious to me.
Yeah.
But,
Now you know, Jonathan Franzen.
Yeah.
Anaïs, what do you remember of the country EP and being 25, 26? Do you remember anything? I hardly do.
Yeah. Oh, so I just found the box of them at I've moved apartments so many times, but let me show. Should I show it?
Yeah, show it.
Look at this. I got a whole box of these, so if anyone wants them.
Yeah, I just put them up on my Bandcamp store. So Bandcamp, Rachel Reese, Bandcamp, and you can buy your own copy of that. Oh, it's so cute.
Oh,
and Anaïs,
yeah.
check it out. So, did I tell you that somebody at some show came? It was just like, I found this in a thrift store. It's signed. I thought you should have it. I was like, yes.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
For giving this to me. One thing that I do remember, which might be a fun fact for people, is that this is a fake ponytail on me.
Yes, it is. Hold it
I
up a
think
little
I had,
bit. Hold it up a little bit. Yeah.
like this.
Yep.
I had your hair looked so beautiful, all flowing down in this, this I don't know, beautiful old fashioned way. And I had recently I had tied my hair back and it really looked just like a mushroom head. So I was like, please, graphic designer, could you just fake me a ponytail, which they did.
Yeah. And I whenever I look at that, I think of Paul Revere. For some reason, I feel like it's a little like a ribbon tied ponytail that I don't know. Mushroom head, Paul Revere.
It's either Paul Revere or Davy Crockett, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Like a little raccoon tail. Anyway. Yeah. Classy.
Well, I was thinking about this tour recently. Okay, I thought this. Yeah. Oh, how long do we have to talk?
Whatever.
Really? Okay. I don't want to take over. So I was remembering that we went to Buffalo, and which was a town we used to pass through a lot.
Always. Yeah. We had to go through Buffalo.
We would stay with Susan, rest in peace, Susan and Marty at their amazing band Crash Pad.
Yeah. And paradise.
Yeah, and perform at I want to say on this tour that we were playing at the Righteous Babe Church, it was in the
basement.
Small, yes.
Oh, and the worst. Yeah.
You go.
The worst feedback I ever experienced. Continue.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. Still traumatized.
I was like uncertain if we were ever gonna like be able to like play music again.
Yeah.
Totally. And the guy and the sound guy was like not apologetic at all.
No.
Right?
No.
There was like no sense that he was traumatizing us.
No.
The moment that he was doing it. I recently was like, this is an aside, but I was like in this pandemic era, and mostly I'm like so glad to just be holed up. I feel like, and I have a little baby, and it's great. Yeah. But sometimes I'm like, oh, I miss touring so bad. I miss playing live music, and so I think about like, what gig would I take? You know, like what gig would I take now? Pretty much any of them. Would I take the gig with the sound guy that did the like horrible feedback and didn't apologize? Probably. I would probably do it. Yeah. But here was my memory, and I want to see if you have a memory of this, of us going to Buffalo, is that we had a day off or something, and we saw in the newspaper, it was the Buffalo Arts Rag.
Yes, I know where you're going with this.
That there was going to be this art happening.
Yes.
A performance piece involving a piano getting dropped and smashed from a great height.
Yes.
And we were like, I think we better go to this.
Yeah.
And do you remember what happened? Because if not, I'll tell you, but I want to know if you remember.
No, that is where my memory stopped. Being really excited about seeing a piano drop from a great height.
Yeah.
And that's where my memory stops. What happened?
Okay. So we went to it.
Yeah.
And it was like, and this, by the way, has nothing to do with like our lives in our 20s or, you know,
screw it,
memory lane in any way. But we went to this thing, and it was like a performance piece. There was a guy, he was dressed up in what looked almost like Aboriginal, like clothing. And it was culturally very, like, it was a mashup. Yeah. Because there was this Aboriginal stuff, and then there was like a guy in a kilt playing a bagpipes.
Whoa. How did I forget
and
this?
Full Scottish like regalia.
Yeah. And
they like did this whole ritual, like they were basically as if they were going to sacrifice this piano. Like this that's what it seemed to me. Like that was the gist of what the performance was. Yeah. And then they went to actually drop the piano, which was going to happen by way of like, it was held by a forklift, and there was some kind of digital thing. It was a remote control. And so they like did the, you know, remote control, and nothing happened. Yeah. Like the piano didn't fall. Do you remember this?
No.
The piano didn't fall, and so it was very awkward because we were all like, "Whoa!" Well, we were already weirded out by what this entire performance. And now, and so then they started like improvising, kind of dancing around. There was like someone doing like drumming, and then there was the bagpipes, and it had all come to like a fever pitch, and then stopped for the detonation of the thing, and then the thing never happened. Yeah. So then the guy they had to figure out some other way to drop this piano.
Yeah.
So I want to say like the guy started like jumping, he was climbing up on things so that he could maybe get closer with the remote control, but it still wasn't working. Yeah. So then they were like, okay, we have to mechanically drop this piano. So somehow they lowered it, and then someone like jumped up there and like manually released the thing. The piano fell, but not from a great height. So it didn't really smash that much. Yeah. So then the guy in the kilt comes running over with some kind of large axe.
And just starts hacking it?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Which is almost like that they planned that. Yeah. It was all part of the thing, but we never found out. That's one thing.
Oh man. I am loving this story, and I'm really thrown by the fact that all I remember is up through the point of anticipation. And then like my memory completely cuts out. I don't remember any of the rest of that stuff, which I feel like maybe is how I operate. I'm always like looking forward to things in my life, and then when they happen, I'm like,
whoa,
onward. Like
even if it didn't happen, even if the piano didn't drop. And scene.
Oh no. I also, by the way, do you remember this about me? Okay. I forget the endings of every movie and book. Like I completely forget if people died, if they got married, or like I block out all of the endings.
Oh, maybe yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I feel that way too about especially movies. I can't remember anything, or books, even ones that I claim they're my favorites.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
remember how they
I
end.
remember reading The Master and Margarita in college, and I was like, this is the greatest novel I've ever read. I couldn't tell you anything about the book. I don't remember anything. It's weird.
Yeah, our
It's
brains are
weird like
good.
Brains are good.
Okay, so regarding the country EP, we recorded it in Boston.
Yeah.
I remember being tipsy in Chicago, arm in arm. Maybe it felt like an arm in arm, kind of like tipsily, prancing down a midnight street sidewalk in Chicago, being like, Louis Ledford's song is so perfect. It's the perfect country song. We should do something with it. And we wanted to make vinyl. Like I had made Without a Bird, I'd put that out on vinyl, and we thought it was just so lovely. And like, we want to do something. And I don't know. And then it happened. What do you remember?
Totally. That sounds right. That sounds right to me. And I thought you were
very
so
well
cool.
thought out.
I thought you were so cool and like indie rock for making vinyl. And I was like, wow, am I like folk person that doesn't make vinyl? And I was so like impressed with that record and how it turned out. And so then, we were like, let's make a set, because it's a 7-inch, right?
Yep.
Or a 10-inch.
Nope, 7.
7.
Definitely a 7-inch.
Why did we fit all that music on 7 inches?
Well, the fidelity maybe suffers a little bit. But who's calculating?
Can I read to you this thing that's on the back?
Yeah.
The like statement we wrote?
Yeah, do it.
It says, in Kerrville, Texas, the sun beat down. We pulled out of a taco place in Elle's old van.
Louis?
Yep. Even in the heat, Elle wore his hat. A country song came on the radio, a good one, which we all knew. And I remember what it is.
What was
Do you
it?
remember?
No. Surprise.
It was like Lucinda Williams, the one that's like, the way you move, right in time.
So good.
Yeah. We sang looking out the window. What can you ask of any song? Sorry, this like it's fairly like melodramatic about what can you ask? What can you ask of any song? Whatever it is, Els will give it. Louis, this one's for you with love.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Louis Ledford is our buddy who at the time was living in Richmond. With that adorable dog and that like house that to me was just like the absolute dreamboat house, kind of trapped in the 1950s.
Oh, amazing.
So good.
Yeah.
Everything perfectly appointed. Louis was living there. We met in Texas along with Robert Blake. Didn't Robert show up with Louis, and that's how we met Louis, I think?
Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah.
Like my third year there, second. I don't remember.
Robert found him somewhere. Dragged him to Kerrville Folk Festival.
Classic. And what was I going to say about Louis? Oh yeah, well he now lives in Bellingham, and he's making music. And I know you're listening, Louis. I can see you over there somewhere.
Hi, Louis.
Yeah.
It was nice catching up on the phone the other day. I caught up with Louis on the phone.
Nice.
It had been too long.
He gave me a building pep talk the other day. It was good.
Oh, sweet.
House building. Fun. I don't know. What else we talk about?
What else about this era? Well, I was saying that I found it like pretty incredible that this EP and Laurel Lake were just 4 years apart.
Holy
because
shit,
we were like entirely different people. Like so much changes happened.
Yeah.
I was living in Vermont. I would have been in Vermont when we made Country EP, and you were in Chicago.
Yep. And so we recorded in Boston. That was accessible, and you knew a bunch of Boston folks there, although we had side players that we layered on in Chicago. But yeah, you were definitely in Vermont. It was like the era of lots of like touring through Vermont and staying for a few days or staying for Thanksgiving and having a big like friends like Thanksgiving in Vermont, and the bakery around the corner. Oh my God.
Oh, Gacina.
Yeah. That one.
Yeah.
Who's the famous person? That's just
Sandra Bullock. I think it's her sister's place.
Yeah.
And I think she's still making pastries because I follow her on some social media. But so I lived in a group house. This is for Siri or for whoever doesn't know anything. I was living in like this group house, and in the attic. Me and Noah had a little attic room. You would have slept in like the closet of the attic.
Yes, I did.
And
it was great.
We would because we would pass through each other's towns a lot. It was a whole thing. I picture like making a little bed for you, like on probably like a shitty mattress with like and then
Which
like
of course was
leave like
perfect.
leave like a little flower in a vase and like a
Yeah.
glass of wine, like a little glass of wine, and like a pen. It was very bohemian, a pen, you know. Right. And but where were we going? Oh, there was this incredible bakery across the street
Yeah.
that like if you felt like throwing down, you could go and get,
Oh yeah.
espresso
So
and
delightful.
whatever. Yeah.
Hey, check it out. Dan played on the record. He just showed up in the comments.
Oh, cool.
Played mandolin, I believe.
Yep,
Does that
that's
sound
what
right?
yep.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
looking at the credits right
yeah.
here.
Hey,
Totally.
Dan. It's been a while.
Thank you, Dan.
Still good. Oh, as I was listening to the Country EP again, one of my favorite moments is, I think it's in Lewis's song. So basically, Anaïs and I both each had like a couple country-ish orphans that we needed to put somewhere. We're like, we'll put them with Lewis's song, and they'll live happily ever after. And in Lewis's song, there's this instrumental break, or is it in Grace the Day? Anyway, I think one of the two. There's this instrumental break. It's the accordion and the fiddle. Accordion played by Drew Lindsay and the fiddle played by Jesse Graber. And when it comes together, it sounds like a bagpipe. And it's like this like gorgeous grating thing that just, do you remember?
Yeah.
Listen
yeah.
back to it sometimes. Just like, it's the coolest, the
No,
entrance
I love
into
it
that.
too. And I wouldn't have identified this at the time. Maybe
Yeah.
you said it maybe, but it's kind of Cajun. Like it sounds Cajun also.
Yeah.
And now like my husband's all into Cajun music. So
Totally.
I'm like, oh yeah, accordion and fiddle.
Yeah.
That's the thing, the sound.
Yeah.
So, and I was just going for like 4 years past, and then we were both living in New York City.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have known that was, I don't think either of us would have known that was in the offing, or like all the twists and turns that made that happen.
I was never going to move to New York.
Right. You were married?
Yeah, I was married. So like
Yeah.
when kind of the dark underbelly for me was that when we were recording the Country EP, maybe not when we were recording it, but when we were touring it, I knew I was quitting music. I was done. Like I was already like out the door. It's like I had committed to releasing this thing and touring it and doing right by the project, but then I was done with music.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I quit. This was like the end for me. And for like 2.5, 3 years. And then, so yeah, fast forward. It's kind of, yeah, go ahead.
And so Laurel Lake was like you coming back?
Yeah.
Whoa, dude, that's
that was
cool.
the Laurel Lake was the first thing I released after quitting music. I had to figure out some things.
Great. Life.
Value, apart from song. And so, but you are largely to blame for Laurel Lake's existence. I don't know if you really realize that. So
no.
The Laurel Lake EP.
I'm happy to be accused of that.
Congratulations. So all y'all, after Siri and I finished playing through the Country EP, then we're gonna move to the Laurel Lake EP, which is five songs of this EP that came out 4 years later in 2012. And this is what it looks like. I didn't have a single copy remaining, but I found this crumpled in the bottom of my my filing cabinet. So I ended up hand sewing 460 or so of these like fabric sleeves for the EP. Anyway, that's what they look like. Long gone. But the reason you are to blame is because we were living in New York City, doing our thing, living our life. I had decided to come back to playing music, and I was sort of trying to figure out how to do that and still have a healthy, balanced life and not fall into an ego hole and die, and how to hold on to my identity and like, I don't know, just like mental health. I was just trying to figure out how I can make music and not become a bad person, basically, which was the concern for me. Still is. And so I was like, kind of, when I quit playing music, I didn't sing, I didn't play the piano, like it was silence in my household. Like I stopped completely, all sound, all music. And so at that point I was sort of like relearning how to play music, trying to figure out how I wanted it to look in my life. Like, do I want to teach? Do I want to do theater? Do I want to be a songwriter? Do I want to have a band? And I was really trying to remember how to write again. And in that period of time in New York, you were trying to figure out how you were going to tour Young Man in America. And you're like, well, my dear Rachel, she's like not sure how she wants to make music these days. Like maybe this is a good time that I can, and we had already done a lot of touring together, and you had me do that tour with Jefferson where I was playing drums and piano at the same time and singing and like
totally.
bonkers. But like it was a really perfect window of me not being overly committed to my own music when it just worked for me to go along and in support of that amazing record. So why it's your fault though is because I mean, it was a no-brainer. Of course I was going to go tour Young Man in America with you, that album, and you were amazing. Of course I want to spend a year doing that. But I also knew that by the end of that year I was going to be done. I was going to be done being in your shadow as much as I love you, and I was going to be done with anyone else's songs. I was going to want to like get back to, like, I was going to be crawling out of my skin in a good, positive way. And like I could see that was going to happen come a year from now. And so I decided that I was going to, before rehearsal started, I was going to go hide away in this drafty little cabin on a lake in Tennessee and learn how to write music again, record a bunch of things, just so then at the end of that tour cycle, I wouldn't feel like I had just fallen off a cliff and lost a year of Rachel Reese's life and had nothing to show for it. Like, so I used that time. This EP was sort of a way for me to like, nope, I still have something in me to give to the world. And it was just like this little nugget that I carried with me through that tour. And literally these things that I carried with me through that tour. And then I took those songs and turned it into Ghost of a Gardener. So that was a long way of saying it's your fault. And also you lent me your car to go to Tennessee.
Oh, really? That was good of us.
Yeah. You had which one? The Subaru. I took the Subaru.
You're a good driver.
I am a good driver.
You're a very good driver. I wasn't worried about it.
It was so loaded down with instruments, and I felt really conspicuous with the Eat More Kale and the VT out of US stickers on the back, because it was like it was like in gun rack territory. It's like,
I need that bumper sticker again, man.
Yeah, you do.
Like, I'm ready for that. I'm ready for it again.
Yeah.
Was it a Subaru or was it actually an Echo?
You're right.
The Toyota
It wasn't
Echo.
the Subaru. Yeah, it was the little red. Yep.
Oh, it could have been a Civic hatchback. Sorry. The Echo is an incredible car. I don't think they even make them anymore, but it was a 2-door, I want to say. Very uncomfortable for touring. I can't believe we, ever did anything in that car, but it did get really incredible gas mileage.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's have a car podcast.
Yeah,
I'd listen. I'll listen to that.
Yeah. I love that EP, and I learned one of those songs.
Oh yeah, you did.
And performed it at this influences thing in the Netherlands. I just love that song, which I think you played a clip of at the beginning.
Oh yeah, of Siri and I right here playing it. Yeah.
Is it called Asking for More, or it's
Holiest
called
Day.
Holiest Day?
Yeah.
Holiest.
Yeah.
It's magical.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Inspired by true events. Well, cool.
You guys should probably play your show, huh?
We probably should get onto it. Maybe I'll call you later and we can pick up where we left off.
Yeah. Really nice to see you both.
Really nice to see you too.
Yeah.
Sorry I didn't let you talk at all.
I didn't need to. I wanted to listen.
Okay. All right.
All
I
right.
like your
Love you guys.
Bonnie Light Horseman shirt. Good. You want to show everybody? Yeah.
Yep. There it is. See it? It's a horse. You can't really tell, but
it's totally there.
Stylized horse. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Here, and I want to show people this too. I started doing some test prints today. I did this lino carving. I can't bloom and wait to hold you again.
So great.
So I'm gonna start making more of those prints. So look out for those.
I want one.
You want one? All right, I'll get you one. Whatever color you want.
I'm sending you a Halloween present today, also, by the way.
Halloween present. Okay.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't wait.
All right.
All right.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Hopefully, I know how to get off of here. Otherwise,
don't worry about it. I got it.
Okay.
I got it for you. Okay. Love you. Bye.
Love you.
Oh, nay. All right. So, thanks for hanging out through that. Of course, that went longer than maybe was proper, but we wanted to talk about things. So we're gonna play another song from the Country EP. Thanks to all of you for being here. This is week 3 of a 7-week series wherein I play through my entire catalog of songage, and we, Siri and I, are going to continue playing a few more songs from the country EP for you. And then we'll go to the Laurel Lake EP, which Anaïs and I were talking about. Yeah. Okay. Sweet, sweet, sweet. How does this one go? This song, Anaïs, I know you can hear me. This song is wretched to play. A crazy little finger picking pattern, but we're going to do it.
Ready?
No, I'm not ready, but let's do it. Autumn's ashes, summer's embers on the sidewalk come September. Suddenly I can't remember any lessons learned. Now that I'm a migrant picker, trouble-minded tin can kicker, I wish my skin was thicker, the air is turned. Nailed it. I can live alone, I said. I can make my lonesome bed. I don't need a hole in my head. I don't need a lover. But he took me by surprise, and I fell down and saw him rise till he was larger in my eyes than any other. How suddenly the summer died. I couldn't bring it back to life. I couldn't sing it back to life, but I tried. Came to him in summer clothing. I came to him because I chose him. I came to find his fingers froze and he would not reach for me. I came to him for his sweet song. I came to him for right or wrong. I came to find his heart belonged to one who came before me. How suddenly the sweetness died. I couldn't bring it back to life. I couldn't sing it back to life, but I tried. Autumn's ashes, summer's embers on the sidewalk come September. Suddenly I can't remember any lessons learned. Now that I'm a migrant picker, trouble-minded tin can kicker, I wish my skin was thicker, the air is turned. Yay, no train wreck on that one. Oh my gosh. So I think I did mention that any sales through my Bandcamp site, Rachel Reese Bandcamp, or her Crooked Heart Bandcamp, all proceeds are going to go to help fund the unhoused. There's these sanctuary encampments in the Twin Cities where the unhoused people are living in tents and getting a lot of community support, and they need so much more community support. So, city support wouldn't hurt either, I suppose.
It would really go a long way, actually.
Really would. But anyway, so I put about 30 of these up in the Bandcamp store, so nab those. There are not many in existence. And maybe I can get Anaïs to sign them before, we can maybe talk about that. But yeah, so nab those or any other Rachel Reese offerings over there. That would be super. And of course, as you can see, the other ways to support me in the music stuff that I do is great. Patrons are the best. I see a lot of them here today. Thank you. I'm going to do electric for this one, I think.
Cool.
So
unmute it.
Second channel.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to another track here of the country EP, the country EP. And this one's called Grace the Day. I wrote this for my friend Amy Lynn a long time ago. Well, I'm gray as the day you left this town. to find another way to grace the day. And the sun forgets that the light is gone, so she rises anyway and shines the empty halls. Something's not right when your boots aren't by the door, when I never hear your voice anymore. But what can you do when someone you love is gone? To find another way to grace the day. Well, I'm still making too much coffee every morn, 'cause I am terrible at learning how to drink alone. And it's too quiet in the halls of fallen hearts, so I go drive the streets you turn down. 'Cause something's not right when your boots aren't by the door, when I never hear your voice anymore. But what can you do when someone you love is gone? To find another way to grace the day. Well, I can't say that I'm sorry, 'cause it's how it had to be for you to be happy. Or I can't say that I'm sorry, 'cause from what I hear, you're finally happy. So all I can do now that you have gone, well, I'll just find another way to grace the day. Oh, I need to call up Amy. All right, we're gonna move on now to the final song of the country EP. This is the one written by our dear buddy Louis Ledford. I think he first wrote it and recorded it for his old band called Used Carlotta, if I'm not mistaken. Louis, you can correct me if I'm wrong. And then Anaïs and I stole it. Well, I think you lent it to us. I think you were all right with that. Yeah, we just think it's such a perfectly sad tune. I'm a sucker for sad songs for sure. I don't get the point in happy songs. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. Don't. Yep. Okay. Here you go. Oh, I'm gonna start here. Don't hold me tonight. I can't stand this any longer. Don't say everything talk to me at all. You're only here with me 'cause I'm there for you when you fall. At night I sit here drinking in front of the television, just thinking. The dog's out in the kitchen. She tipped the garbage over again. And outside the air is steaming. I am barely even breathing. It's still as a graveyard. So if it's so hard, why do I keep on trying? But don't hold me tonight. I can't stand this any longer. Don't say everything's alright when you know there's so much wrong. And don't say that you love me when you don't talk to me at all. You're only here with me 'cause I'm there for you when you fall. Last night I had a dream. I saw you crying. Your face was frozen in a shadow. And as I reached out to hold you, you were so cold. I paint these little pictures with a temporary poison. Each one just like the other. I wonder why I even bother. So don't say that you love me when you don't talk to me at all. You're only here with me 'cause I'm there for you when you fall. You're only here with me 'cause I'm there for you when you fall. Aw, we did it. We did it. We did the country EP. Yeah, Ricky, looks like Susie answered your question. That is correct. Hillary, I believe we got it. Yeah. And yeah, Rob, they should get some more vinyl. You gotta get the other vinyl up there on Bandcamp. Wait, what other vinyl, Rob? Because there's her Crooked Heart Bandcamp and Rachel Reese Bandcamp, and there are some differences in there. Bridget, where now? What now? Who now? What now? Update as you feel. All right, so all y'all, if you're still here, that's lovely. We are gonna now jump into the future. We're gonna jump 4 years ahead to this drafty little cottage in eastern Tennessee, where I was holed up for a month writing songs. I loaded up Anaïs's Echo or whatever it was, we don't know, with so many instruments, including the Wurlitzer that we had gone in on together to buy for the touring the year previous. And I think I had a little like snare drum and stuff. Anyway, I went to town for or I went to the country for a month of writing and recording, and that was kind of the first time I decided, you know what, I can figure out how to record myself. I can do this. I have ears. I know what the sounds coming out of my face should sound like, kind of, and I'm going to try to make it happen. And it was a really great exercise. And each week I'd send a song out to my mailing list, I think, or something like that. And all in all, it turned into the Laurel Lake EP. Bridget,
Bridget, the country EP, you get it at my Bandcamp. So I have 2 Bandcamps for Her Crooked Heart and for Rachel Reese, and you can get country EP at Rachel Reese Bandcamp. But Her Crooked Heart has all the newer stuff that I've been up to. Yeah, Rob, it must be that it was the other Bandcamp would be my guess. Okay, so I'm gonna play the first song. So I had quit playing music for 4 years, and this first song on the EP really is kind of all about that. It's called Time, and it's all about like forgiving myself for giving up on myself, and like kind of yeah, I mean, if you listen to the lyrics, it's just sort of talking about a fallen empire, that it's only in my head. Like, I thought I'd completely squandered whatever career I had, like that I'd completely messed up everything. And it's just kind of a pep talk, and like, no, you're not dead. Get on with it. Like, you're fine, and quit this self-flagellation. Love yourself. Come on. Anyway, my pep talk rock. Courtney, yes, your memory is correct. Thanks for reminding me of that. That sweet old house. All right, here you go. Time. Well, time. I've been a gambler with time. There was salt in my hand, so I threw it over my left shoulder. It landed on good soil. Well, a few plants, they died, but the hardier ones, they survived. Well, time, I've forgiven you. Speak ill when you're dead in the ground and I'm alive. See, what I've got to show is a home and a husband and a cat who we can't hold. Still, all I want is my mother. You've probably never heard that song before.
No, that was awesome.
Yeah.
The key change with the Empire lyric. Pretty cool.
You know, empires rise and fall. As do keys. No? Yeah?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. What was I going to say about that? I lost whatever I was going to say about that. That's fine. So we're going to play Holiest Day now, which is one that I wrote down there in Tennessee. and this writing retreat is when I met this old order Mennonite, or very similar to Amish young farmer's daughter, that inspired this song. You haven't had any of your drink?
I know. It's calling to
I drove away far from the lake. I found the farmer's daughter, and we could have been sisters if I were humble. Clothes muddy, red-cheeked, and reticent. I looked around and I wished that I could stay and cover my head. I'd keep the fire going, and then I would tuck the kids all into bed. See, I know all the hymns. I'd say my prayers and I'd close my eyes to wake at dawn, and I'd do it all over again. Could you turn up the yellow a little bit? So half in jest, I asked if I could stay and help milk the cows. Well, Annie looked away and she said, just come back in an hour. Asking for more, we ask for more, always for more. We ask for more. Cue the flute part. So I drove away back to the lake, back to all my pretty and my precious things. I put the milk away, and I started to cry. I put the music on to fill the quiet. Oh, this cluttered life, we try, we try, we try, we try. Asking for more, we ask for more, always for more. We ask for more. Holiest day, break our nightmares in two. Holiest day, shape our nightmares into threes. Holiest day, take our nightmares before we wake. We Oh, I still like that one. Yeah, that's a song I haven't killed. To those of you who've been hanging out each week, there's a lot of old songs that died on the vine. Like,
You gotta kill your
Oh my
darlings.
gosh, you really do. And oh my gosh. So, okay. So I don't know what happened. My computer completely froze, and I had to force it to stop. But I figure we probably should finish the show. We should. We've got 4 more songs. We can do that. bummer that I probably will have lost so many of you. Let's see. Could somebody be a deer? Or maybe more than just one somebody, and share the stream with the world. I want to make sure that the people who are watching it can get it again. I don't know what happened, so sorry about that. But we will carry forward, onward, thusward. Any comments? Like, who's back? Hillary? Is this coming through for you? Wish it's not really letting me like access Facebook so I can do anything about it. We'll just sing some songs. That's what we'll do. Claudia. Yes, it was not you. I don't know, this is the second time this week that it just sort of decided to be a total turd. Time for a new computer. Hema!
Hi, Anna.
You're still here. Yeah, sorry about that, everybody. Even like this thing won't let me. I just want to comment on if anybody can you like also comment on the old stream and say, hey, there's a new one or something. Just let people know that we're gonna finish it up in this new stream. That would be rad. People helping people. So I'm gonna we are to the point in the YouTube back but blurry. Yeah, I don't know. Like Steve, I'm plugged straight into the system. I don't know what is happening. Honestly, I think I just need a new computer. Supposedly, according to Apple, my computer is vintage or antique. Antique? Is that what after it's like 6 years old, or like, yeah, you're on your own. Okay, so I am we're gonna carry forward, and I'm gonna switch to the piano for one song. This is a song that I kind of almost never played live. I wrote it and I've always loved it, but I always felt like it wasn't enough of a song or something, and so I just kind of let it go, which is silly. Bridget, Hema, yep, totally. Hannah, Mercury retrograde. That's my system crashed when I was Skype testing with Anaïs a couple days ago, and that was her take on it as well. So who knows? Okay, could you unmute the third channel for me, love? Okay, so and scoot over just a little bit and get cozy. Oh, good, Carl. I'm glad it's looking okay for you. And let's so this song is called what is it called? It's called Letting You In, and it's track 3 on the Laurel Lake EP. I know I am to blame. I left my bike in the rain and snow. For a season I watched it rust and fade. I know I am to blame. I know I am to blame. I know I am to blame for the violin that's been gathering dust. If you insist I must, I'd play a song, but I'm just the one to blame. I can't play, I'm just the one to blame. I know I am to blame for leaving her there in her birthday blues, with wine spilled on her favorite shoes and the house in disarray. I should have stayed, I know I am to blame. I know I am to blame. I said I would give you a place to stay. I swore I'd be around when the sun went down. I know I am to blame for not letting you in, and not letting you in, and not letting you in, and not letting you So that song, I think it was all about sort of just, I wanted to make a little like catalog of the little ways that I've messed up. Like I used to play violin. I can't play it all anymore. And like I had this beautiful John Deere bike in Chicago. Like John Deere made bikes and I just didn't take care of it. And it just rusted and got chucked out. And I think the last verse is kind of about, I think it's about Jesus.
Well,
yeah. Not letting you in.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, like making a place in my heart. I was like struggling with that kind of stuff around then. Anyway, that's that song. We're going to play Willow for you now. Let's see. Do electric. Did you ever sing harmony on this one?
Not officially, but might just happen.
Yeah. Hop in if you want to. So I don't know if I've said, Siri is one of my bandmates and buddies. Her Crooked Heart has kind of become this collective group of sorts. Is that fair to call it that?
Yeah, a little amoeba.
Yeah.
Creature of a collection.
It's not a it's not a set form, but it is. There's this like these core ladies that I have really. Man, I love you guys.
Aww.
So lucky.
Yeah. Too.
Friendship. Well, I don't want to say sorry for all the things I haven't done. I keep on forgetting. I just want to go back to the way things were always done, with a hand held out to shake and a word unbreakable and a gaze as straight as the miles that cut the dirt. Oh, Grandma, I want to go back to the way things were always done, when you'd come down to find your man working the ground with his hand held to the plow and his back unbreakable and his word as good as the gold they found in those hills. But I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go back to the world I never knew. So tell me all your stories about the way things were always done. Back before you knew me, and the world, it maybe seemed young before your hands shook so much and your voice so breakable and your back bent lower than the willow by the woods. 'Cause my handshake, it don't mean enough, and my word is breakable, and my back feels bent lower than the willow by the woods, than the willow. You got that one living in your head somewhere. That's great. On the original, on the Laurel Lake EP, which you can get in its digital form on Bandcamp, I should say. There's all these like intertwining pizzicato violin and viola parts. I still have a violin and viola tucked up in the rafters, and it was really fun to do that, to make myself play the violin again, even though I'm kind of wretched at it. So okay, 2 more songs from the Laurel Lake EP, and then thank you so much for hanging out. I should say, let me show this for just a moment. Here's the rest of the calendar. Next Saturday is the Ghost of a Gardener week, the album that came out in 2014. It was kind of my first release after quitting, and I still love that album, and we still play a lot of songs from it live. Like that record hasn't died in any way, which is a good feeling. So yeah, next Saturday, that's the music, and then I think that's the next one, and then the one after that is another couple EPs. One is the French EP, and the other one is the Florida, the Rauschenberg Residency EP. So Cardinal and Captiva will be in 2 weeks, and then we carry on from there. Tips are greatly appreciated. Support, patronage is amazing. Siri is on Patreon as well. Under Humbird?
Under Humbird. Yep.
Yeah. So Patreon, probably / Humbird, I would guess. You should very much check out Siri's project called Humbird. And what else? All merch sales are going to good. And thanks for being here. And here you go. This song is called You Can Go. It's a doozy. Say, where's your Bible? Where's the body and the blood? But did you really think you could go out in the world with no light from above? Did they say, where's your mother? And who is she to you? Or did you really think you could go out in the world with no guidance from her? Well, I'm where's your family? The ones you're too scared to know. Or did you really think you could go out in the world without listening to just did you really think you could go out in the world just pretending you're alone? Did they say, where's your spirit? Well, she must be screaming bloody murder. Or did you really think you could go out in the world without listening to her? Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you. you waiting for? Oh, the songs that loved ones bring out in you sometimes. Okay, thank you so very much for being here. I'm gonna play one more song for you. This is Standing Still, and thanks for hanging out. Thanks for coming back after the drop. Who knows? Shit happens. But yeah, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next week for some more songage. I'll wait for you in Iowa, in the house upon the hill. Yesterday tornadoes came, but here I'm standing still. Yeah, here I'm standing still. Here I standing still. I know these past few days have been the hardest that we've had. Last night we nearly lost it all, but here we're standing still. Yeah, here we're standing still. Here we're standing still. Here we're standing still. Here we're standing still. And I would give it all. I'd give it all to you if only I knew what it is I've got for you, what I've got to give you, what it is I've got for you. Well, on the day that we pass on into nobody knows, may we leave a memory of us after the storm, ever standing still. Here we're standing still. Yeah, here we're standing still. Here we're standing still. All right, there you go. Thanks, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your communities. Again, this is Siri Undlin. I'm Rachel Reese. See you next week, same time, same place, for week 4 of this re-remembering adventure. So be well. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, that's the one. Got it. Yeah, got it. 3, 4. the farmer's daughter, we could have been sisters if I were humble. Clothes muddy red cheeked and reticent. I looked around and I wished that I could stay and cover my head. I'd keep the fire going, I would tuck the kids all into bed. 'Cause I know all the hymns, say my prayers and close my eyes to wake at dawn and do it all over again. So half undressed, I asked if I could stay and help milk the cows. Well, Annie looked away and she said, just come back in an hour. Asking for more, we ask for more, always for more. We ask for more. So I drove away back to the lake, back to all my pretty and my precious things. I put the milk away and I started to cry. I put the music on to fill the quiet. Oh, this cluttered life. We try, asking for more. We ask for more, always. We ask for more. Holiest day, break our nightmares into. Holiest day, shape our nightmares into threes. Holiest day, take all